Hi, Kaimon.
How you doing?
Thanks for joining us. Doing well. Hope you are.
Yes, sir.
All right. We will begin with Andrew Jones.
Hey, Kaimon. Last time we talked to you, gosh, I think it was either in the spring or late last season at some point. And we continue to hear about your group growing through spring into fall camp here. Can you kind of take us around that room? Some of the strengths that the guys have that has evolved over the last year since you became part of the rotation?
One of the biggest things that I see like becoming a huge strength factor in our outside linebacker room is just us taking more pride of being the most versatile group on the field. And so it's just like with that, we hold that major responsibility of being, whether it's a 4 down front or we're dropping deep like a linebacker / nickel. And so we just take that with pride and it's like, all right, guys, listen, we got to be the most physical. We got to be the most aware, the most knowledgeable guys on the field. So it's like, even if it's a position we don't know, we got to be aware of what they're doing so we can place ourselves and position other players to be on the ball when we get there. So I could say the biggest thing is just our awareness, our pride just to get to the ball and understanding that we are the guys on the defense and we just got to take ownership of that and take off with it as the season goes forth.
One of the things that has been discussed the last couple of weeks since fall camp started was that with some of the groups that units that are very deep, guys might play situationally. They'll use them to their strengths. What is your strength and how might you be used situationally?
I'll say my strength is pass rushing. And, that's what Coach Bateman recruited me for in the beginning. So I would say that in a lot of situational, like 3rd down, 4th down situation, if it gets to that point, if they have to punt or not, I say one of my biggest strengths is pass rushing. And so they're going to put me in a lot of situations to where if we need some guys to get to the quarterback, I'm going to be that guy. And so, that's what I say, that's my biggest strength coming forth and bring it to the defense.
If I could ask one other thing real fast, what area was a weakness last year that might not be a weakness anymore for you personally?
Learning the plays conceptually. I'm not going to lie to you. That was probably my biggest challenge coming in, especially with, COVID-19 hit. At least me personally, I had to learn a position on the fly as the season went on. And so right now, I feel like just a comparison from last year coming in to now, I know the playbook a lot more than just going off of pure memory. Now I know how to learn it conceptually and put myself in position to make plays and also as well as my other teammates on defense.
Good stuff. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Ross.
Hey, Kaimon. How do you see kind of the rotation working at that outside linebacker position? Because there's also like different formats y'all have with the 3-4 defense, but then you got guys like Kaimon, yourself, Dez, Tyrone Hopper, Chris Collins. How do you kind of see that rotation breaking down?
That's a tough question. Not gonna lie to you because like you said yourself, we're just so deep in position. Like, of course, your older guys like Tamon and Hop, they're gonna get their significant playing time as the season rolls on. But then you got some guys right behind them. You got, like you said, you got me, you got Dez, you got Chris, you got all those guys in the room. It's kind of hard to tell how the rotation is gonna be this year, but all I know is that we're all gonna get some really significant time in playing. We're all gonna see the field and we're all gonna make plays.
What are your strengths as a pass rusher?
I say one of my strengths is just learning how to go from speed to power. It's just like my get off was one of my biggest strengths coming in, and that's something that I've never shied away from. And so that's my get off is my initial speed, and just my explosiveness and my strength combined with my speed. That's just a speed to power move that I love to use, and I consistently try to work on the day every time I get that pass rush situation come forth upon me.
Great, thanks.
Yes, sir.
Gregory Hall.
David, what's your relationship like with Tamon Fox being one of those veteran guys? And like you said, you learning the playbook conceptually.
Tamon, that's like my older brother in the room, man. He's like I said, when I first got in, he really took me under his wing, and he just he has no problem with just sitting me down. It's like, hey, Ruck, listen, this is what you got to do, and we'll go steps 1, 2, 3. And he's done it since I've gotten here, and he's been doing it he's still doing it till this day. I have questions just just to do a quick checkup, like, hey, in this play, we got such and such, right? Or if I'm completely misunderstood about a play call, and I'm like, hey, can you explain this call? So Tamon, he's just been a really big influence on me since I've gotten here. He's really like my older brother in the outside linebacker room, and I'm thankful for him for all the stuff that he's doing to me and that he continues to do for me.
The coaching staff has stressed multiple times that they want to have a pass rush without scheming for it. How do you think, what's been the process to get to that point to just kind of be on the field and be able to get into the backfield without Bateman calling one of his tricky pass rushes?
I would probably say, in the ACC, man, we got a lot of athletic guys in this conference, and then that ranges from every single team that we play, even that's in the Atlantic Conference or the Coastal Conference. And so one of the biggest things is just like not having a situational call is just like a lot of teams run RPOs. So it's just like for us, we got to learn how to read the run first and then convert and go right in the pass. And so that's probably the biggest thing for us as a group. But I feel like that's like with us just not being able to call it situational, that would probably be the biggest thing.
So it was more of a recognition thing rather than working on speed or power.
Yes, sir.
CL Brown, go ahead.
Hey, Kaimon, Coach Brown has talked about the testimonials. He'll have guys do, stand up, tell their personal stories. I was curious if that's something you've done before, like in high school, and what effect has that had? What effect do you feel like that's had on the entire team in terms of bonding?
I feel like, we just call it the hot seat. We've done it every night at camp or whatever. And I feel like it's a great opportunity for players who don't really talk to one another. Like we all have a close-knit bond on this team. We all have the same goals. We have the same aspirations. So we all just click together. But just for those guys that you just don't really have that one-on-one with, that guy you don't really, like, you have your brothers and then you got some folks on the team that you just really cool with, just to hear their story, why they came here, what's their motives, how their family life is like outside of football, just like me telling my story as well as my other teammates, man. I feel like that was just a great opportunity to see how they are in the background. Like, why are you here? Like, what makes you continue to play football, and why are you the person that you are now?
How many people is it how many people go in a given night?
About 4. We did about 4 during camp, and I feel like that was just a great opportunity to learn, and it was a great. Some had some very significant stories on why they are and on why they are the way they are, and everybody. And then of course some folks had it's like death in the family, some hardships in their lives and stuff, and why they do what they do to stay in this position and play football and continue to strive for their academic goals here at UNC. That was just a great thing to hear.
All right, thank you.
All right, Kaimon, thanks for a couple minutes this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.